Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. I hope y'all are still here. I hope everybody didn't leave. I didn't realize I'm on live stream tonight. And I guess when I went to set up live stream to get ready to go live, it already alerted you guys that I was going live. So y'all were just sitting there. Thank you, David and Miss CG. I appreciate you guys for jumping in like that. That was so sweet of you. I was going to say this is going to be a quick live tonight. A very quick live tonight. Quick and brief. I just wanted to come in and see how everybody was doing, how your week has been, touch base with everybody. Everybody touch base with me because it's just me tonight. And I'm trying to multitask. What's going on, Eric? Good to see you. Glad you made it. I know if you don't make it, Miss CG is gonna make it, David's gonna make it, or Josh, or Dusty, or maybe Hazel, because Hazel said she might make it too. So might see Hazel in here tonight too. So tonight I am doing a quick review video with uh She Spins. Hey, what is going on? It's good. Everything is good. I'm a little tired today. I ain't even gonna lie. Hey Zoe, good to see you. Glad you were able to make it. Hey David, what's good? What is up, everybody? So glad you guys can make it. Um, oh, that's good, Eric. So glad everything went good. See, those prayers worked. Prayers worked. Definitely. So I'm on StreamYard tonight. I'm gonna mention this again later on because it ain't many people in here right now. Miss CG, what's up? What's going on? I'm still working on that thing, Miss CG, we talked about. So I remember I've just been so busy. I've been trying to multitask and stuff. Tired, yeah. I'm tired too. I am tired today, guys. I am tired. Yesterday was a lot of running around. Today was work. So, oh yeah, prayers do work. I know, Miss CG. I got you. I started yesterday. I did. I won't even lie. Started yesterday. I was gonna send you the login information so you could review what I did put in, but I'm gonna finish it first and then I'm gonna send it to you. But I want to do. Um, I wanted to do a reaction video today to Slap Ham's. David, I saw you were here. You and Miss CG, and who else was in here? I think you, Miss CG. I think that was it. Did you guys get an alert earlier that I was coming on live? It was like, how did anybody even know? Because I didn't hit the live button yet. Yeah. Yep. Oh, okay. Just got it now. All right. So YouTube's doing the thing. It's alerting people. So here we go. I'm gonna get on to the reaction video after the reaction video. If there's anybody who wants to share a story, I'll give someone an opportunity to share a story. Come on and share their story or an experience that they've had since the last time we talked. I did see the pictures, David. That was really nice. And for everybody who was wondering, David was able to get Hazel cremated. Um, he knows someone who works at a facility, and they were able to assist him to get Hazel cremated. So he got her remains back the other day, and he has a little cute paw print of her in remembrance of her. So I'm happy for him with that. Yes. So Hazel, David's pet dog, not Hazel from England, not to get mixed up with that Hazel, but his pet. Yeah, she did pass away. It's been a few weeks now, I think, 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah, you haven't been on here in a while. Yeah, unfortunately, she wasn't doing too good and she had passed. So now he has two. He started off with one cat, but now he has two cats to his family now. Hey, Stacy. Hey, Zelia. Sorry. So we're gonna go on with this live. Let me share my screen with you guys, and we're gonna have a reaction video to one of um, Slap Ham's video. I figured it'd be fun to do a reaction video again because I haven't done one in a while, and I really don't have a topic to talk about just yet. Let's see here. All right, guys.
Chicos de YouTube, bueno, soy Luis Clarita y hoy vamos a hacer mi primer video.
TikTok user Soy Julio Lopez has recently uploaded some spine-chilling footage that's left viewers both fascinated and terrified. The clip shows a young woman playing with a Ouija board, an occult tool believed to facilitate communication with spirits.
Azazel, ¿estás aquí?
Boards for a long time and claims to have made contact with a demon named Cecil.
Azazel, ¿estás aquí?
The woman says that a particularly unsettling experience occurred the night before filming this clip. While playing with the Ouija board with friends while drunk, the lights in her house began flickering ominously. She confesses that in her inebriated state, she failed to close the Ouija board session properly, an act considered dangerous according to some paranormal investigators, as it could leave the spiritual portal open, allowing entities to enter the physical world. The Ouija board, also known as a spirit board or talking board, has a history steeped in mystery and controversy. The modern version of the Ouija board was patented by Elijah Bond in 1890 and was later popularized by William Fuld. It consists of a flat board marked with letters, numbers, and the words yes, no, and goodbye, along with a planchette.
Yeah, no, I would never play with that. I don't even know why he's messing with it.
Planchette, which is believed to move in response to questions posed to the spirits. Despite its commercial success, the Ouija board has been a subject of fear and superstition. Many believe it opens a portal to the supernatural, allowing malevolent entities to cross into our world. Stories of possessions, hauntings, and other paranormal phenomena are commonly associated with its use. Returning to the clip, the young woman begins a new Ouija board session, asking if there are any spirits or entities present.
Azazel, ¿estás aquí?
As the session progresses, strange and inexplicable events begin to unfold.
¿Sigues aquí? Azazel, ¿sigues aquí?
Objects move about the room, seemingly all on their own.
¿Tú el que apagó la cámara?
The most unnerving moment occurs when the glass she's using as a planchette abruptly slips out of her hand. The The video then cuts off abruptly, leaving viewers in suspense. The unsettling nature of the footage has sparked intense debate. Some viewers believe it to be genuine evidence of a paranormal encounter, possibly involving the demon Cecil. Others, however, are more skeptical, suggesting that the events could have been staged for dramatic effect.
Seems like it was more staged than anything. Yeah, it was staged.
Popular TikToker MQ Studio 17, known for his explorations of eerie and abandoned buildings across China, recently ventured into an old decrepit house that's long been disused. This episode, however, takes a terrifying turn that's left viewers thoroughly spooked. As MQ navigates through the decaying rooms, he stumbles upon a makeshift altar in the living room. Initially intrigued, his curiosity soon turns to fear as something truly unsettling begins to happen. A woman's head begins to appear just behind the altar. Captured in slow motion, the head looks pale and eerie. He approaches the altar, but finds no trace of the head or any woman. Frustrated and unnerved, he begins to berate what he suspects to be a sinister presence, yelling and swearing in an attempt to lure it out. Demon. As the exploration continues, something else appears just behind the altar. Minutes later, the hand reappears, adding to the mounting tension. Determined to get to the bottom of the mystery, MQ sets up a makeshift trap by placing some string near the altar. Watch what happens. The hand grabs the string. He pulls, struggling to catch whatever's on the other end. But just as suddenly as it appeared, the entity vanishes, leaving the TikToker completely terrified. The clip ends abruptly, leaving viewers to wonder, is the OP really dealing with a demon? The eerie footage has sparked intense debate, with many viewers convinced that the abandoned house harbours something truly sinister.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Paranormal official has been raising some eyebrows. The photo, taken by an anonymous photographer, shows a playground carousel at night in a park in Bohuska, Oklahoma. What makes this image truly eerie is the presence of nearly a dozen transparent figures standing on the carousel. This is despite the photographer claiming that he was all alone at the time he took the snap. The photo's been circulating around Pawhuska since 2008, and many believe it captures multiple entities playing on the park equipment. This strange sighting has led to intense speculation about its connection to the town's tragic past. Pawhuska, Oklahoma is known for being the site of the Osage Massacre in the early 1920s. During this dark chapter in history, many Osage Native Americans were murdered for their oil-rich land. The massacre resulted in a great loss of life and left a lasting scar on the community. Some locals believe that the spirits of those who suffered during the Osage Massacre may still linger in Pawhuska, unable to find peace. The photo of the carousel with its ghostly figures has fueled these beliefs, suggesting that the souls of the past may still be present, particularly in places where children once played. The immensely popular YouTube channel The Outdoor Boys, known for their wild outdoor adventures, recently shared an episode that's left viewers both intrigued and spooked. The channel, run by a father and his 3 boys, Tommy, Nate and Jacob, is a haven for outdoor enthusiasts. However, one of their outdoor adventures took an eerie turn that none of them expected. In this particular episode, the father took his 5-year-old son hammock camping in a hot tent in the mountains of Alaska. Using their snow dog, they set up camp and enjoyed the serene, snowy landscape.
You're like a little snowshoe hare. You can float right on the snow.
As the sun began to set, the peaceful atmosphere was disrupted by something quite unsettling. Take a look.
Ooh, it's bright. Got the fireplace turned around so I can work on it a bit.
While prepping a fire, the father starts to hear what sounds like laughter coming from just outside of their tent. Initially, he suspects that 2 or more wolves might be prowling nearby, a common occurrence in the Alaskan wilderness. However, the distinct and eerie sounds of giggling left both the father and his young son on edge. They went to sleep with the sounds of wolves howling in the woods around them, but the mysterious laughter lingered in them.
Yeah, it seems a little fake.
Sparked a flurry of theories among the channel's viewers. Some believe that the sounds could have been made by tree spirits or yetis, while others suggest ghosts or even human prowlers. The eerie laughter has certainly added a new spine-chilling dimension to the Outdoor Boys' otherwise wholesome and adventurous content. As viewers continue to speculate about the source of the eerie sounds, one thing's clear: this episode has captured the imaginations and fears of many. Here's a quick and strange one from TikTok user Daniel25. The clip, which was captured on their home security system, shows what appears to be a heated moment between father and son. But that's when something quite strange happens.
Don't yell like that. Look at me. First of all, don't raise your voice like that. Inappropriate. And see, now the ghost is very upset. Don't do that.
One of the toys on the playset falls over. The quick-witted dad says to his son that even the ghost is now upset.
Inappropriate. And see, now the ghost is very upset. Don't do that.
While many viewers chalk this up to a humorous coincidence, the dad thought it was strange enough to clip and put on TikTok to ask his followers what they thought of the strange situation. So what do you think? Coincidence, ghost, or something else entirely? Love to hear your theories on this one down below.
Well,
I'm such a skeptic when it comes to this stuff. A lot of it just seems so fake to me.
Poltergeists, this next one's been going viral for the past few weeks. It's some more home security footage, this time from user Cheyenne Meyer XO. Take a look at what their camera has caught. Out of nowhere, a door swings open, collecting the kid as he runs past. Cheyenne, tongue-in-cheek, blames a ghost for the bizarre occurrence, suggesting that Caspar has had enough of the running around inside.
If you have a legal question and are in the neighborhood, stop on by at Fair.
Coming up in our last segment in just a few seconds, we take a look at some truly unsettling home security footage. But before we do, remember to hit that subscribe button, then tickle that little bell icon there and turn on all channel notifications. That way you'll be notified every time we upload our scary and mysterious episodes. Some eerie home security footage has surfaced on TikTok via the account Olivia Twist Mysteries, leaving viewers spooked. Captured in August 2022 at around 3 a.m, the footage shows something quite strange. The homeowner awoke the following morning to a notification
That's a straight line.
movement the night before. While many viewers suggested that the shape is probably just dust on the lens or cobwebs drifting by, this theory doesn't account for the system's movement alert. Adding to the mystery, the homeowner has reported sudden cold spots in the home that weren't there previously. So what do you think? Is this just a case of dust particles playing a trick on the camera? Or could there be something more mysterious
I always feel like that's a fraud.
below?
All right.
Often considered one.
Give me 1 second. All right. Hey, it's Debbie. How you doing? We got, who else came in the room? Words, Universe. How's everybody doing tonight? So that was our little video review, and I feel like pretty much majority of them are pretty fake. I don't know, but I'm a skeptic. I'm a huge skeptic. I'm a huge skeptic of our own videos sometimes. I'm like, when I'm there filming them, I'm like, oh, it could be a car. Oh, it was a plane. Oh, it was some random background noise. I don't know. So I don't know. Hey, Cheryl, what is going on? So tonight, I did the review video. I'm going to see if there's anybody on tonight that would like to come on, share a story, share an experience, have questions. If you want to come on, ask questions. Miss CG says, spirits can do all types of things. I'm not saying what I heard, but I'm saying what I know for a fact. They can. Yeah, they can. A lot of times it's my own fear that I let get the best of me when I'm like, oh, it was nothing. Or did you actually hear that? So, but I agree with you, Miss CG. Me. Okay, words. All right. You would like to call in. It's a link here. I'm going to paste this link. I'm actually going to highlight it for you. And you can click the link. I wish Mike was here so you could actually talk with him. Let me see if he's available to come in to the room with us. So you just click on that link and it'll give you the instructions of how to get on. Hey, did you want to join live today? Or you're in a you're you're in a bad area. Oh, okay, okay, all right. Tell everybody hi. Anyways, just say hey to everybody. I need more enthusiasm. I need more enthusiasm. All right. All right. I'm gonna let you go then. Mike is out driving right now. They're actually going out of state, so he's using his phone for GPS. He was gonna try and join, but he cannot, unfortunately. So I'll let him know everybody said hey. And now we are going to bring words. Hello,
Hey,
words.
how's it going? How's everybody doing tonight?
Good. How are you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. Well, I have to say, I'm 56 years old, and I've had my experiences in the spiritual realm, from
Really?
demonic and from apparitions, and I have experienced so much since 1994.
Oh
So
wow.
back in Jersey, I moved into a house. It was a Victorian manor, and I was only there for 2 weeks when I moved in. And there was a really nice guy named Tony downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Never forget, because things are so impacting in your life. Like, you tell me 9/11, where were you? What were you wearing? I'll give you full detail. Um, One day I came home. It was Monday Night Football. The New York Giants were playing. As I came up the driveway, Tony was sitting in the back staircase. He looked like he was disgruntled, and he had a bottle of Southern Comfort, a pint, next to him. So I said, Tony, you all right? He's like, hey, Mario, do you drink? I said, no, I don't. He's like, well, you might want to take a shot. And I'm like, no, 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 that's okay. What's going on? He's like, man, you're not going to believe what I'm going to tell you. I was watching Monday Night Football. I was sitting in my lazy boy, and suddenly he saw an apparition come down from the ceiling right in front of him,
Mm,
between him and the TV. The only thing he told me he could do was run out towards the kitchen, grab that bottle, and hit the back door and come out and not go in again. So 4 days later, he moves out. He's got a big U-Haul truck. He's not having it. First time this guy's experienced it. So I just moved in there. I said, let me keep my mouth shut. So I did. I went upstairs to my apartment. It was on the last floor, which was the last floor.
right.
Well, as time goes on, weird things start happening to the other people that live in the house. Um, One day I was in the living room, and I hear a big bang, like, hit the wall, like something was coming through the wall, and I was waiting for it. I jumped back, waiting for it to come through, and
Mm-hmm.
nothing came through the wall. And I had this young girl. She was about 22 years old. I was about 29 at that age, and I just got scared, and I said, you know what? I got to get out of this apartment. So I opened up my door, and as I'm going down the stairs, she's coming up, and I said, hey, something just went through, like, something almost went through my wall from your apartment. She goes, what are you talking about? I'm just coming back from Manhattan. I just got off the train. I was like, well, something's in your apartment. So she gives me the key. I open up. I walk into her kitchen first. First thing I do is look to my right, to the living room, to see if anything fell off the wall. Everything was intact. I was scratching my head. I couldn't believe what I experienced. Time goes on. One day, there was a younger single mom living downstairs in the second floor. Never forget this. She was wearing a red turtleneck sweater. She knocks on my apartment door between 2:10 and 2:20 in the morning with her
Mm,
newborn baby, about 7 months old. The person's name is Jennifer. I said, what's wrong, Jennifer? Is the baby okay? She's like, Mario, can I come in? I'm like, whoa, this something's wrong here, because the way she looked, and between 2:10, 2:20 in the morning, because I looked at my digital clock. I said, yeah,
right.
come on in. I said, what happened, Jennifer? You look scared. She says, I was sleeping in bed. I saw this woman approach the crib and was staring at the baby. I was like, whoa. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm the
Right.
new guy in this building. So I'm like, okay. So I got Tony, I got Jennifer now, and I got my next door neighbor that something wanted to go through the wall. About a few days go by, and I had my first encounter with a incubus, not a succubus, an incubus, which is the female version of a succubus.
Right.
Boy, let me tell you, that was crazy. It was in a solid form, ashy gray skin, missing eyeballs, silky black hair. I was like, no way this is happening. So time goes on, and I go to the pizzeria, and some guy says, "Hey, you new in the neighborhood?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Where do you live?" I said, "I moved into that big white house." He goes, "Oh, you talking about that scary house?" And I'm like, "Scary?" And he just, like shrugged his shoulders, like he didn't want to say anything. After I finished eating my pizza, I went straight to the library because something dawned on me. Go look at historical homes in the
Mhm.
city, which was in New Jersey, the city. The town is called Rahway. So I went to the library. I started looking up historical homes in the books, and it had all these old homes that were built in the early 19th century, late 1800s. The place was called the Victorian Manor, right?
Mhm.
And it was a mini mansion. And then I asked the librarian, "Do you have any more information on these old homes?" She goes, "Oh, we have a slide machine, like a projector." And she
Mhm.
gave me slides. The guy that built the home, he was a wealthy man. He invested money in the Northeastern Railroad. He lost all his money in the Depression. He committed suicide in the house. He hung himself, according to
Um,
the article. And then the house was abandoned. It was a mini mansion. But in 1930, it became a funeral parlor.
oh wow.
And then I asked the librarian, "Do you have any history on this funeral parlor?" She's like, "Well, you have to go to the archives for the city. It's right there." She was very helpful. And it was a funeral parlor. So my apartment was where they displayed the coffins for people to purchase. Uh, Jennifer's apartment with the baby was the lounge area. Tony's apartment, where he saw the apparition, was the viewing room.
Oh
I
wow.
was like, no way. I got all the information I needed. Well, the funeral parlor obviously closed down, but in 1950, imagine this, it ended up being a boarding house for single men and single women renting out the rooms weekly basis. So you can imagine how many people been through there in the 1950s.
Uh-huh.
Before that, it was the funeral parlor. Let me tell you something. Everyone started moving out little by little. And there was a guy named Andy. He lived on the first floor and he was going to the Woodstock reunion. And it was the year 1994. And I saw him in the back and I said, "Hey, Anthony, do me a favor. Can you come with me down in the basement? I want to check something out. I've never been down there." He goes, "I've never been down there neither. But I had a flashlight, I had a mag light." So we went down there and I turned on the flashlight and there was all these rooms. And Tony's like, "Hey, what's going on with all these rooms?" And we shined the light and they were half tiles. They were embalming rooms. So we headed down to the front of the house in the basement, and there was two chains, and they were locked. And I'm like, "Whoa, this is weird." So I was like, "Wait, embalming rooms that look like medical rooms. I got a chain here. It's going up to the main lobby when you enter the home. Let's go upstairs." So we went upstairs. We pulled off the carpet. It was a trap door where they used to bring the coffins up from the basement. Let me tell you, everyone in that house, including myself, has experienced something. Well, I was the last one, and there was some guy, I never knew his name. He was, not friendly, very quiet, kept to himself.
Mhm.
And I saw him in the hallway on the second floor. And I looked at him. I said, "Hey, have you noticed Everyone has moved out, but me and you are the only two in this place. And I said, listen, the way things are going here, I'm going to be leaving too. And he smiled at me and cracked his door open because he was going into his apartment. And as I'm
Right.
talking to him, he had skulls on shelves. I don't know if they were human skulls, like real skulls, or like fake skulls. But
Right.
I'm like, wait, this is not cool. So I said to
Right.
him, listen, you ain't afraid about what's happening in this place? He goes, I've been noticing it for a very long time. Sometimes I sit in my kitchen and I talk to them.
Oh
I
wow.
was like, wow. I moved out like 2 weeks later back to my parents' house. So
Wow.
they do exist.
Oh
They
yeah.
do exist. And
Definitely.
I've seen them in transparent form. I've seen them in solid forms. I I felt them just in the air, the energy,
Hmm.
that will make your hairs rise or tell you in
Yeah.
your mind you need to get out.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, they don't understand. Satan works in the spiritual realm, demons
Hmm.
work in the physical realm through sickness, through illnesses, through physical attacks. Like, for example, you know, there's people that go to properties to do investigations and they get attacked in the physical realm by a
Right.
spirit. Well, that's
Right.
not really a spirit, that's a demon doing that to you, you
Mm.
know, because a spirit is not going to attack you. A demon
Right.
will attack you, or he will, link onto you
Hmm.
and go back home with you. You had the experience in the cemetery, remember?
Right. Right. Yeah.
That's a demonic attack. That's not a
Hmm.
ghost or your regular spirit, you
Hmm.
know? And I always tell people this: a ship does not sink because of the ocean around it, because water cannot get in it. The only time a ship sinks if there's a hole. So if you have a hole in your mind, there's where the adversary comes in
Hmm.
to attack you, and then the demons come in the physical realm. You got a flat tire, which we call it a spiritual flat tire. I got a sickness, I got an illness, I lost my job, I'm losing my marriage. You're going into now a physical battle, but
Right.
you can't see it because it's being worked out in the spiritual realm, but it's
Hmm.
manifesting in the physical. And I just
Right.
want everyone to understand that even when you speak to a person, a coworker, a stranger on the street, don't look at the person, but look at the spirit that is in the person,
Mhm.
and you shall see the manifestation of the true person, you know?
That's so true.
And we go around life just thinking of one dimension, one realm, when truly there is so much more to the naked eye that we don't even recognize, or we don't want to recognize, because that makes us think. And thinking today for most people is a very difficult thing, you know? I
Yeah.
you know, I love what you guys do. I want to meet you guys one day. I want to go out there with you as a first
Mhm.
timer, but I know firsthand on how these beings work.
Right.
And from a personal experience that I would like to share with people is in 2021, I suffered from oppression. Okay? I was oppressed, not
Mm.
possessed. There's a big
Right.
difference. I was so oppressed for 9 months of my life. I don't do drugs. I've never been convicted. I don't do alcohol. I am a sound mind and body. And I wanted to do something to myself that I do not wish upon no one or speak of. That's how oppressed I was.
Mm.
And that is such a scary thing that I was like, God is not listening, Jesus is not listening, which was right. I was right, because that battle had to be me by myself with that adversary for 9 months of my life, which was, I was the walking dead. And then when I overcame that battle, That battle that I left that hole in my mind that he came in. When I won that battle after 9 months, you know what I realized? That I became closer to God and closer to Jesus because I overcame and I did not give in to the
Mhm.
adversary.
Mhm.
And there is such a powerful spiritual realm out there that we overlook and we tickle each other's ears, you know, saying nothing could touch us. I walk in Christ, I walk in Jesus. Listen, Paul was attacked, Jesus was tempted, Daniel was also tempted and attacked. Even though we're Christians and we walk in Christ, it doesn't mean you're bulletproof. Your
Right.
armor, your mind always has to be in positive thoughts. Anytime negativity comes in, you're letting the adversary come in. You're letting
Mm.
manifestations come about. And I've experienced things. 1987, I was driving my Trans Am. I'm coming back from New York City back into Jersey. I looked through my rearview mirror. I swore I saw a solid being sitting in the back of my car, watching me drive home. That I thought by driving faster, I would get rid of it in the back seat. It didn't work out, But it's amazing how the spiritual world works, whether they're apparitions, whether they're poltergeist, whether they're demonic beings, whether it's Satan himself working in the same way God works in the spiritual, the same way the adversary works in the spiritual.
Mhm.
The same way guardian angels manifest in the physical is the same way demons manifest in the physical by illnesses, depression, anxiety, insecurities, suicide, because the only way they could win is by taking your soul. Your soul is what goes to heaven. Your spirit is your telephone to the Holy Spirit and to God and to Jesus.
Mm.
You know, when
Mhm.
people say, save the soul, don't save the soul because the soul does not have a thought. Don't save the spirit because the spirit does not have a thought. You need to save the person's mind before you can save either or,
Mm.
because the mind is what feeds the soul and the spirit. And we need to feed ourselves by recognizing our enemies that are in the spiritual realm. And we lack that a lot as human beings because we don't want to accept it, or it's hocus pocus until you actually lived it. And there's many people that out there have experienced it and they don't even know each other, but they have the same experience. There's no such thing as coincidence. Like, hold on 1 second. What did I have the other night that I couldn't sleep? Sleep paralysis. How can
Mm.
it be sleep paralysis? How can it be that everyone that describes sleep paralysis, they can't move their arms, they can't move their legs, they can't even scream or talk, but they're
Right.
having a frightening experience, either a shadow figure next to the side of the bed, either a succubus or an incubus on top of them, or either an eerie feeling in their bedrooms.
Mhm.
How is it possible that everyone that has sleep paralysis has never spoken anything peaceful, loving, or beautiful about it? Because sleep paralysis is a demonic attack. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But doctors don't want to admit that, you know? Like my grandmother, I'm Cuban, right?
Uh-huh.
I was sleepwalking. She says sleepwalking is a state of possession. I looked at her. I was like, "What? Are you crazy, grandma?" She's like, "No, sleepwalking is a state of possession because when people sleepwalk, they go and they make a coffee pot. They grab the coffee pot with their own nervous system. It's hot, 300 degrees, but they don't feel the burn on their hand.
Mm.
They pour the cup. They walk out the door. If it was your own nervous system doing it, you would drop that hot pot of
You
coffee real quick. If
would
it
feel
was your
it.
own mind doing it, you'll walk back in the house and go, "Where was I going?" It's a state of possession. It's a spirit coming into your body while your spirit comes out of your body as your body's resting. It's saying, you know what? Let me go for a walk. Let me take this body, for a walk. Let me see what it is to touch again. Let me see
Mm,
what it is to walk again. But, I love what you guys do. I'm not crazy. I know what I've experienced
right.
and I know what is real. And, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but, it is what it is. Some things we could explain, some things we cannot explain.
This is so true. I think a lot of people, so many people have had, like you said, similar experiences, and it's not a coincidence. And it's a lot that's just, it's not explainable. It's so, a lot of things that happen are unexplainable. A lot of things that I hear, a lot of things that I see when we go out to places, to me is unexplainable. There's times when I feel lucky in a way that we do these videos, um, and because I can go back and I can listen and I can watch them over again. And like the one at the house where I caught the apparition, I didn't hear the voices. Um, I think it told us get out. I was at work just listening to the audio again, and I heard it, and it shocked me when I heard it with my naked ear. You could hear a person say get out. Where those voices come from? Where's this realm that we can't see? You said there's demons, and there's what else?
There's demons and spirits. Like for example, your standard spirit that's in the house, which we call ghost.
Right.
In the Bible, ghost, the new um the new improved version, whatever the Bible, the not the King James. The King James always says spirit, but the
Mhm.
NIV says the word ghost. Ghost has never been in Greek or Hebrew. It's spirits. It's always been spirits, you
Right.
know. But like for example, in when you guys go out in the field, you have those spirits that are there, like get out, But then you have the ones that are demons that manifest in the natural. Like remember you didn't feel good, you had a headache, you just wanted to get out of the cemetery.
Right.
That's a physical attack because it's making you feel ill, it's making you feel sick, it's making you feel like you want to get out of that cemetery.
Yeah. Right.
That is demonic. That is a demon. That's demonic, you know, because a regular spirit wouldn't do that to you. Once
Mm,
it starts making you feel sick, once it starts making you feel sad, depressed, angry,
mm,
agitated, that's demonic. It's manifesting in the physical, you
mm.
know? And, like, people with illnesses or people, that go through depression, anxiety, that's physical attacks. You don't know where it's coming from, but it's coming from somewhere.
Right.
Like my brother, he said, listen, we're not crazy. Crazy does not exist in our family. Nobody's ever been on their medication, and I was telling him what I was going through for 9 months, you know, and he would do a wellness check every morning and every night. He would do, hey, you're hanging in there, you're doing okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm doing okay. Okay, just wanted to check up on you. I'll call you in the morning. He had to do wellness checks because the oppression was so intense. I don't wish that upon no one. And if anybody's ever lived in oppression like that, that you're at that fine line,
Hmm.
it's like you're fighting for your own life. It's like you're literally fighting for your life and you're
Wow.
battling something you cannot see because it tells you in your mind you're worthless, you're hopeless, nobody loves you. Look at you, you're pathetic. And you're like, where am I getting all these things from? And at this time, as it's happening, I have my own apartment, I have a job, I drive a BMW 5 Series, I have no problems,
Right. Right.
but the manifestation in your mind, and then it ends up being worse. I mean, you can't even go near a window because you live on the fourth floor, and you can't even look out the window because you don't want to have a thought running through your mind. So every day was a fight against something I could not see to
Mm,
live. And I wish that upon no one.
right.
No one. And after 9 months, you know what happened? I was driving down the highway, I 95 in Florida, and I
Mm-hmm.
smiled. I smiled for the very first time in 9 months. First thing I did, I called my brother. I said, "Hey, I'm smiling." He goes, "What?" I go, "I'm smiling for the first time in 9 months. Can you believe that?" He's like, "Well, that's a good thing." And there's where everything just opened up in my life. And I felt so free because I smiled for the very first time and everything became still.
Oh
And the
wow.
battle was over. And at the end, I'm glad I went through it by myself. I'm glad God did not intervene. I'm glad Jesus did not intervene because that made me a better person today to
Mm.
speak this testimony because I fought for my life against something I couldn't see for 9 months.
Oh wow.
They're real. Spirits are real. Demons are real. Your adversary's real. Poltergeists are real. They do exist. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what anyone says. Well, that's all hocus pocus nonsense. Well, okay, so why do you believe in Jesus? Why do you believe
Right.
in God? You can't
Right.
believe in good and not believe in evil. It makes no
Exactly.
sense.
Yep.
But what I like about you guys is that you guys are so genuine and you guys are not tainted at all.
Right.
Because if anyone listening, go look at the videos. There's a guy named Beardo that's discrediting all these people that have 600,000 views,
Um.
1.5 million views. Listen,
Right.
I'd rather have a small family like us as
Mm-hmm.
your viewers, as
Right.
what you guys put. I'd rather have 50 strong, honest, pure people
Yep.
than have 6.1 million views and you're
Yep.
tainted.
Exactly. Yep.
Because you know what? Integrity in this world is what gives you you know, your what's the word I want to use? I'm from Jersey. I'm not a well-spoken person. Um it gives you your credentials, your credibility. You
Right.
know? It's like, you
Mm-hmm.
know what? They didn't catch anything. They said they didn't catch anything. You know what? They said they couldn't go in. Fine. They couldn't go in. You can't go in every place. You know?
Yep.
Maybe it wasn't meant to go in. But you know what? You guys are pure at heart and you guys are honest. And I will always respect you guys for that.
I appreciate that. Yeah. I don't want. I've never wanted anybody to second guess like the videos that we put out or the evidence that we share with people. And um, like you said, I would rather have a small supportive group than 1.5 million subscribers that don't support, and we're throwing out a bunch of fake stuff just to get views. So, and every place you go, you're not going to catch something. It's just
And, and,
it's
and you
just
know what's and I'm sorry to interrupt. And you know what's so funny? You know what's so funny about this? That truth is so hard for people to embrace.
mhm,
But deceit, the word deceit is so embraced in our society today because if you watch this guy Beardo, he's a
mhm,
guy that debunks everybody.
uh-huh,
And these people that have 650,000, 500,000 views, 1.2 million views, right?
mhm,
They all have these nice houses now. They
right,
have nice vehicles. They
right,
either, bought travel trailers. One guy, I'm not going to mention his name because he's on YouTube and I don't want to get you in trouble. He bought 6 acres of land in North Florida above Lake Okeechobee, and a nice house with all these views,
Right.
and he's been debunked.
Yeah.
So what profits a person for swindling people like us for his gain? And look, now he's losing views and he's crying about it
Yep.
because he took that money and started, because it is profitable. YouTube is profitable. If it's
It
used
can be.
correctly in the right hands, it
Right.
could be rewarding, but it
Right.
is a lot of work. It doesn't come for free. It takes a lot of
It's
time.
a lot of work. And I mean,
But you know,
the funny thing is, you know what? And I was thinking earlier, you know, everybody gets on and they're like, oh, you know, you can make YouTube a living and you can do that. You know, it does show. I feel like that we are really genuine people because we don't really make money off of YouTube at all. So it amazes me that there are so many people out there, like you said, with fake videos and get millions and millions of views and they profit so well from it. But then you have the genuine people, the smaller YouTubers that do put out good content. I think is good content, decent content, and it's real. But nobody really wants to. I guess people. A lot of people are in denial. A lot of people just like the entertainment side of it. I don't. I don't know.
no, it's a lot of people get swindled very easily today, and now that there's five big investigators out there that are being debunked by Beardo. Beardo is like the best guy for debunking people. I mean, the guy takes it to a whole other level. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
now all these people are losing views and they're crying about it. No, you swindled us. You lied to us. You know,
Mm,
and we believed you. But
right.
what profits a person if they're going to be doing that? So stay the way you are. There's a greater being up there. There's God. He's going to
Mhm.
look down upon you, and maybe one day you'll wake up and boom, out of nowhere, you've been blessed. But you know
Right.
what? You haven't been tainted. And
Exactly.
you got me every Monday night. That's a plus. That's
Yeah.
an hour and a half of my life.
Right. Sometimes
You
4
have
hours. If Michael's here, it'd be
you
4 hours.
Yeah, you have so many other people and they have time right now
Yes.
and they're
Yeah.
giving it to you, so that's a blessing.
Yes,
Listen,
it is.
I'm a simple person. I can't even get my wife next to me to follow me down the street. You know, I could probably get my two dogs to do it, but not her. But at least you got 19 people following you,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Yeah. We do have a true group of supporters, and we really appreciate everybody that shows us support because they all know we're genuine, and we try to treat everybody. Like you said, you see people for the spirits, the inner
Yeah, yeah.
person.
For example, when I see you and Mike,
Hmm.
see, when I first started looking at you guys and watching you, I
Hmm.
was looking at the spirit that was in the person, not the person. And I
Right.
could tell you as a stranger that I've never met you or Mike, that I saw good people. I saw people that were doing something honest, something genuine, something pure. People that, like if you guys are walking to a party, I want to go up to you and talk to you. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever seen people that go to a party and everybody's like, "Oh boy, look who just walked in." You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
You guys have that aura about you.
Hmm.
That's appealing to people. It's a trusting aura. It's a pure aura, and you guys should keep it like that. It's a good
Oh
thing.
yeah. Yeah. I appreciate that. We are though. We'll never change. We just are who we are. And I think that's why people I always I still we always get strangers. Strangers always walk up to us and talk to us. Or they'll start talking to us in a grocery store, or if we're out at a fishing pier, just random places. Just people randomly start walking up and talking to us. But like
Okay,
you
wait,
said,
hold that thought. Are you ready for this?
uh-huh.
That's a beautiful thing. You know why?
Or
I'm gonna
why?
I'm gonna listen. I became biblical because of my experience for 9 months. I mean, I dissected scripture. It's always good to talk to a stranger
Hmm.
because in scripture it says it's always good to entertain a stranger because sometimes that stranger is really an angel that you're entertaining.
Wow. Wow.
So when a homeless person talks to me, I talk to them. When
Right.
somebody in the store talks to me, I talk to them because I'm entertaining a stranger. Because that
Hmm.
stranger you're entertaining, you never know, you might be entertaining an angel.
That's so
Because
true.
maybe the word is not for you, but maybe the word is for that person.
Right.
So always entertain somebody. You never know who you might be entertaining. But if you're going to do that, let's go back to look at the spirit that's in the person and not
Right.
the person. Look at the
Exactly.
person's eyes. Look at the
Yep.
person's body language. Look at the
Yep.
person's aura, you know?
Hmm.
And you know what's funny? Dogs, they have that sensibility.
Oh
Dogs
yeah.
don't look at the person, they look at the spirit that's in the person.
Exactly. And they can
So,
tell in like an instant if they're
in an
good or
instant.
not.
And
Hmm.
it's amazing how dogs could sense, you know, things in a room. I've experienced it because my dog Benji, that's in the bed with me right now, he's a little Yorkie.
Hmm.
When I was going through that, he would get up at 2 o'clock in the morning and just stay on all fours, like growling, like moving his head from side to side, like watching something move, like a shadow figure, you know.
Oh wow.
And animals are a blessing to us. I just want everyone to never let your guard down by shrugging your shoulders and saying it's hocus pocus, it's not real, it doesn't exist. It's very real. It does exist, and it manifests in the physical, but it's being worked in the spiritual, you
Yeah.
know. And
Hmm.
if you go to your next location and you see spirits, that's fine. But if you feel attacked in some sort of way, uneased, uncomfortable, that's
Hmm.
diabolic, you know? And, you know, it's funny, in life, the word diabolic, the word diabolic means double minded in Hebrew and in Greek. So
Okay.
when a person's double minded, they're diabolic because good could never be evil and evil can never be good. You can't say I'm a criminal, I've been locked up 32 times, but I'm a good person. No, you're not a good person, you're diabolic
Right.
because you wouldn't be a good person being locked up 32 times, you
Right.
know?
Right.
And you can't be a good person going, you know what, I feel like doing something crazy tonight. No, you're diabolic. Good people don't go out doing stupid shit, you know.
Right.
But anyway, I'm gonna let you take your next caller. All right.
All right. All right. Thank you
and
so
and
much.
and I want everyone to know it is real. It is very real.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone that has shared their stories, they all say the same. It's very real. Very
Yep.
real.
Yep. You just got to be at the right time, the right place, at the right moment. And like me, I always carry a Bible in my car, a Bible in my lunchbox, and two
Hmm.
Bibles next to my bed. You know why? Because I don't know when it's ever going to happen or he's
Right.
ever going to come around. You
You always
know,
want to be prepared.
always be prepared. Always, always. I'm not going through that again. You know, so I've seen it. I've seen it in my mind. I lived it physically, and I witnessed it physically with other people having a, crazy experiences in myself at that old funeral parlor that was converted into a boarding home, and then it was converted into single apartments.
Wow.
Yep, yep, they're real. Well, at least I could say I lived in an apartment that was the viewing for the caskets.
Right.
Tony had the actual viewing room, poor guy, he moved
Mike would
out.
have loved. Mike would have loved to investigate that house. Loved
Oh,
it.
it's called the Victorian Manor in Rahway, New Jersey.
Did they knock it down?
No, that is an old home. It was built in 1892.
Oh
And
wow.
the guy, like I said, that built the house, it's the Victorian Manor. It was like a mini mansion. He took his own life in there because of the depression. He lost all his money in the railroad investment, and it became a funeral parlor. Crazy.
Wow.
And then and then the bathtubs, they were pure cast iron, and to fill up the tub, you had to drop a brass tube with a marble ball on the top to hold the water in the tub. And when you were going to drain the tub, you pulled this brass tube out of the front of the tub. It was the original bathtub.
Wow. Old
Oh yeah, that
school.
place, old school creepy. But listen, when you have people coming knocking on your apartment door at 2:20 a.m. wearing a red turtleneck sweater with a baby,
Yeah.
listen, you don't forget things like that. And you're telling me that you saw a woman approach the crib. And then I
Right.
had a guy downstairs telling me he's watching Monday Night Football, the New York Giants, and he sees an apparition coming down from the ceiling right in front of him. And he's sitting in the back staircase with a pint of Southern Comfort. Listen, I don't forget when crazy things happen. It leaves like a mark on you, because you'll never experience it again.
Wow.
And that was in 1994. So
That's
I'm gonna let you go with your next caller, and I'm gonna start reading comments.
all right. All right.
Alrighty,
Thank you so much.
alrighty, bye bye.
Bye. So interesting. A lot of what he said was so true. So they were saying, oh wow, Mariah Carey's mom and sister died over the weekend. Were they together? Was it an accident, or were they both ill and they both passed the same day? Wow, that's crazy. Hey, Hazel, that is crazy. I'm soaking in what Words was saying. Got a lot of good things to say, besides the compliments for me and Mike, of course. But wow, interesting stories. I think it's kind of similar to yours too. I'm gonna have to look it up. I think it's kind of similar to yours too, Missy G. Let me see if I can find this. Woo, woo. Hazel's up late tonight. We ain't got to work tomorrow. So it pretty much just says they both died the same day. She said, "My heart is broken that I've lost my mother this past weekend, sadly, in a tragic turn of events. My sister lost her life on the same day." Mariah's 55 said in an exclusive comment, said, "I feel blessed that I was able to spend the last week with my mom before she passed. I appreciate everyone's love and support and respect for my privacy during this impossible time." There's no other details, including the causes of death. Wow. That's sad. So sad. You said yours lasted years, Missy G? Yeah. Yeah, sad. I have my ideas of what have possibly happened, but I don't want to say, but just sad. Oh, she's a twin? She's possibly a twin? Wow. Huh. That makes it even harder sometimes, losing your twin. They actually didn't, I guess they weren't close. Her sister is actually 63, so they weren't twins, but looks they say she had a sister and she has a brother. But I guess they have a complicated type of relationship, so they're not very close, or they weren't very close. The CG said, only Jesus got me through it. Not one time did I ever want to harm myself. It was more annoying than anything until I learned how to deal with it. Yeah, I hadn't heard about the news either. It's pretty interesting. Hey, Joshua, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for joining our live. I appreciate you. Appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys. So I'm going to Dusty said I wasn't sure. That's why. Yeah, it's okay. That's my first time even hearing about the incident, but I haven't had a moment to like turn on the TV or anything today. Dusty, I saw you became a member. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And Hazel signed back up as well. Thank you. We had Joshua Lemony So Fresh Joshua. Um, he signed up, and David. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate you guys. Oh wow. A lot of times I don't believe the headlines on Facebook because everybody puts so much fake stuff out there, but um, that's crazy. Crazy. But did I say did I put it up? I'm going to put up the link one more time. If anybody would like to share. Oh, thank you, Hazel. We can't wait to see you in September. It's only next month. We get to see you next month. What? We're gonna have to have something planned. I'm so glad you can make it. I like to see new people come in and comment on our videos. Okay. Well, we try to put it out. We try to put out a new video at least every Wednesday. Sometimes if we don't get it posted on Wednesday, it'll be the following day on Thursday. But we try to get every Wednesday. We have our Monday night lives that we try to stay consistent with. And every now and then you might catch a live investigation on a Thursday night. That's not a guarantee. It's always up in the air. Yep, next month she'll be here. Hey, Carol, glad you could join. So anybody that wants to come in, and join the live and share their experience, or if they have questions they want to ask, or share something that has happened to you paranormal, we enjoy hearing other people's experiences and their stories, and we don't judge nobody over here. Nobody. This is a judge-free zone. I think Dusty might come up. I'm gonna give her a minute. And if she does, then that's going to be my last for tonight because I'm going to go to sleep. I'm tired. Or I might have to go and work on my project, Miss CG. I think we have our challenge coming up again soon. I have a few places, local places that I'm going to go back to. I want to go back to the Devil's Tree, and I want to go to back to that creepy house with the apparition. Gonna have to knock that one out soon. Tina is here. What is up, Tina? Congratulations, Stacy. That's great. 4 years. Wow. Congratulations. It's quiet without Mike, right? Yeah. You don't have all the, ain't got that chattering. We got the back and forth and stuff. Oh, okay. So we got Miss Dusty.
Hi.
Dusty's in the building. What's going on?
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm good. How you been?
Taking it day by day.
Yeah.
This bronchitis stuff has about killed me.
Man, you gotta get all this stuff out of your lungs.
And it has been a mess. It's been crazy. But I'm starting to feel a little bit better. I'm able to catch my breath. I just have to be nebbied all the time, constantly having to do treatments on my lungs right now.
Sleeping probably is like horrible.
Actually, I knocked myself out with a sleeping pill. No, it doesn't bug me. When I go, I'm tripping over my eyelashes. I'm down.
Wow.
So it's just being up in the morning.
Right.
A hard time. Hey, everybody in chat. So, what are we doing tonight? Talking about experiences? You want me to just throw one out there?
Yep, talking about experiences. If you want to share another experience that you've had in the past,
Ooh.
recently, if you've had anything.
I got a whole bunch of them.
You need to text me while we're chatting. I don't know if you're on your phone or if you're on the laptop.
Yeah, I just want to get out of the chat on the phone. What do you need?
Oh, I was gonna say, text me that picture you sent of your son, the apparition of him leaning up against the wall.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's actually on.
Is that on your Facebook or something?
I think I put that on my community page, so I think I know exactly where that's at. I can get that right quick and get it to you. And then I was actually going to do a story about him tonight. Let me get to my page. There I am right there. View channel. Community. I think it's all the way. Sure is. Okay. Let me screenshot it and I'll send it to you.
Cool. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Send. Well, now you can make me have to go all the way to the text because you wasn't up there. Karina and Mike. Sending. And there you go. Okay.
Thank you, man.
Yes.
I got it.
Got it. So, oh my gosh. so many stories I can like really talk about, but I'm going to talk about my teddy bear tonight
Okay.
because I got wild stuff with him. Um, a couple of years ago at church, my preacher asked us, he's like, who in this room has ever seen an angel? And everybody is like, none of us, none of us, none of us. And I'm like, well, I know I have. I've seen dark and I've seen light.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I wrote this post about this lady that does not like me at church because, quote, I'm gifted and she don't like what I do or how I do it. She's always spreading rumor, those ones that stir the shit pot and just have to literally just spread rumors in the pews. These are those Christians that are just churchers for the hour a day, hour on Sunday, and then they just wreak havoc all the rest of the week. Well, anyways, whenever I was pregnant with Teddy Bear, his name's Juan. When I was pregnant with him, I was about 3 months pregnant, and there was this movie that I had watched back whenever he was born in '02. So I don't know if you remember the movie The Signs, with Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
Well, I had watched that movie, and it scared the living daylights out of me the first time I seen it.
Right.
It really scared me. It was just done that well.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember that we had got home from that movie theater and watching that, and I was having a hard time sleeping. At the time, I was a belly sleeper. I would sleep on my stomach or I'd sleep on my side. So that has scared me. That movie had scared me. So any noise that I heard, I was jumping up out of my sleep.
Oh, wow.
And so somehow I was laying on my back, and I never used to be a back sleeper. And I had got woken up by something blowing in my face, just like in my face. And when I had opened my eyes, there was this little girl that had like red hair and a white dress that was floating over top of me. And she had her hand like inside of my stomach, and there was a light. My stomach was lit up. I came up out of that bed screaming and hollering and like WTFing. Like, that literally frightened me. I could not understand that light. Why was she touching my stomach? What was this about? So I had that. I could not figure out what it was. Does somebody dying in my home? I couldn't figure it out.
Right.
So I had went on this thing with Herbalife and became like selling Herbalife and everything else. And something told me, do an angel card read. I've never had an angel card read. I saw this lady. She was doing angel card reads. I'm like, all right, well, I'll go see what she's got to say because I do challenge psychics. So I had went, to her house, paid the $40, and she gave me the reading, and I explained to her, what happened because it did disturb me. And he was already born now. I was very disturbed by that incident. So he was, doing like the reading on me, like he was very sick in utero, and it was an angel that came and healed me. She's like, it was Angel Ariel. I'm like, Angel Ariel is an adult, and this was a child. I saw a child hovering over me. This was not a grown woman who hovering over me. It was a child in a white dress, and like the aura was light, and her hand was light. And she goes, your son was never supposed to be born. He was sick, but he had to be here for a reason. And I'm trying to hold it together. I really am. This one, I'm like, prove it to me. And she had like 4 decks of these cards.
Mhm.
And we're turning over the cards and turning over the cards and turning over the cards. I'm like, no, 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 and no. I'm like, she's full of shit, is what I'm saying to myself.
Right.
She's giving me a good story that she came and healed my son in my stomach in utero. She was touching him because he had to be born, but he wasn't right. And he was born. He was a very sick child when he was born. He was born a failure to thrive child. We had a lot of problems with him in his first 5 years of life. And he did pass on me 3 times in that 5 years. So I had a hard time keeping that child alive. So we're flipping through all the cards. And I mean, she must have had like 100, 200 cards. And she got to that very last card. Like, that angel that I saw that you say that did this is not in this deck. There's just absolutely no way. She flipped the very last card over, and my body went cold. It was that angel Ariel in child form. She goes, no, that's Angel Ariel. Look, she's coming to you as a 12-year-old. I'm like, I'm chilling up right now just talking about it. It blew me away, just literally blew me away. Whenever that very last card she flipped over, it was like God was waiting for me. Like, he wanted me to see that card, because all these other cards were all adult. Every card was adult. And just this one particular card was of Angel Ariel at 12 years old, in a white gown with red hair, and she had a light in her hand.
Oh wow.
On that card. So that
freaked you out, didn't it?
It freaked me out. And I knew my boy was very special, because of the medical fight that I did have with him. He was a very special son. I need to see if I can find you another picture. You probably want to show that one picture.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull it up.
It's a picture with my ex-husband.
You had another one too, where there was someone in the front. Someone was taking a picture, I guess, or something. But in the background, there was like a bathroom door. Like, y'all were I don't know if you were in a public place or what, but there was like, it looked like one of those push doors is what it looked like. And it looked like a light apparition standing in front of the door, but it looked just like your son.
Would it have been on my Facebook?
I don't know. You had sent it to me a while back, and I ended up having to take it off my phone. Plus, I don't
have to go look. I've got so many.
I know, right? Yeah, I had to take it off because you sent it to me through text message.
Through text. Let me go back here and look right quick while you're doing that. I wanted to tell you about my ex-husband, and again with Teddy Bear.
Mm-hmm.
It's like God was watching over this child this whole time. Okay, I got the pictures of the grave. Not my son's grave, the graveyard that I was telling you about. That girl jumped out in front of me. That's Brian. I should have just... Okay. Is it the one where my son is on base? And there's the apparition of the Marine from about the 30s or the 40s that's like standing behind him. Is that the one?
Was that what that was? Okay, that could be it. I saw it looked like he had dark hair or something. It was darker, like the top of his head was kind of.
Yeah, it's like a dark shadow.
Mm-hmm.
It's my son's arm is in the picture.
Okay.
You want me to resend that back to you?
Yeah, you can send it to me.
Trina, Mike, just pulled right up. Okay. All right. It should be there. I want to see if I can find the angel wings. I also got a picture of my ex-husband that had angel wings on him. But before I say too much, I want to tell the story.
Okay.
Angel wings, because it will literally give you all chills when I tell the story about the angel wings and what happened. There it is right here. Okay. Let me screenshot. When I tell the story, are you going to try to put it up?
Yeah, I'm trying to upload it now.
I'm going to send it to you now. There you go.
Let's see if I can get it to update.
This is, let me see about the time.
Oh, wow.
That would have been about 2007. Yeah, because how we have it barricaded. It would have been about 2007, 2008, that picture. And there's an area.
Let's see.
There's an area there that in the hallway, what had happened there. And I think that's why he has those angel wings on his back. I will.
I'm gonna have to go online and pull it up. Go ahead and start sharing your story, Dusty, and I'll pull up the
Well, on this particular one with the angel wings that you're trying to pull up, my son, he would have been about 5. Teddy Bear would have been about 5 years old. He was a mute at that time yet. So he was a mute, but boy, he could run. And we had to barricade the house off for the baby. Sorry, it's my bronchitis.
It's okay. Take your time.
There we go. Got it. Sorry, guys. That's my bronchitis and being sick. Actually, she'd be about a year because she was crawling, scooting, crawling. So he was probably about 6 in that photo. He's not in the photo. So what had happened is...
So we're talking about the angel photo, right?
The angel photo, In the hallway, you know those, for the air conditioners, the heaters that they will put up there, like the condensers or whatever they're called. The second part of the air conditioner unit, the dryer unit. Okay, well, that dryer unit is in the hallway there between you where the bathroom is. When the picture goes up, you'll see it. Where the bathroom is in that little bit of a hallway. My room sits over to the right. The kids' room sat over to the left, and then the bathroom is in the middle. Well, that little tiny bit of a hallway had where the dryer unit sat just above the bathroom door. Okay. Just above the bathroom door, that little hallway that's sitting right there is where the air conditioner unit would be.
Uh-huh.
This particular day, it had started leaking and it had created a bubble. And about the end of the night, Juan and the boys, they were taking a bath. Juan and my son, my other son, they were little at the time, they could bathe together. They were in the bathroom, and Juan was standing over in the open area over there by the basket.
Uh-huh.
He was standing over there, and that's right under where the dryer unit was. He thought because there was a bubble that it was so cool that we were seeing this bubble happening on our ceiling, and I'm calling the landlord. And before you knew it, the dryer unit fell through the roof.
Oh, wow.
Right, my son was standing. My husband had got up and was going to move him. And this is just prior to him standing up and to move him to get the kids all out of the way because of the bubble that was forming over there. And whenever he stood up, there were angel wings on his back.
What?
And a couple of minutes later, that dryer unit came crashing through the ceiling right. So I've always sat on that picture. I didn't understand it back then. I had not opened up my gifts. Yeah, this is back 2007, 2008. I didn't open up until 2000.
You said there's somebody standing in the back of that door that's open?
No, the kids are gone now. There's nobody in the bathroom.
Oh.
There's nobody in the bathroom. They had just got done with their baths. Juan would have been standing right there by the basket.
Mm-hmm.
He would have been standing right there by the basket.
I wonder if I can make this any bigger. But right here, I don't know if you can see my arrow.
I see your arrow, and I've never... Okay, keep pulling it up, girlfriend.
I can't pull it up anymore, but it looks like there's something standing in the door in the back.
Oh, this place was very dark.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, there's stories I could tell about this place. Can it come up anymore? I'm gonna have to pull it up on the phone. I never really checked it. I was always been amazed by the angel wings.
I don't think I can.
Ooh, I see it.
You see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't make it any bigger.
Holy
That's
cow.
crazy. I don't know what that is, but it's like there's something
It's
standing
dark.
in the door.
I'm gonna send it to you. But you can see like a dark void, and you can literally see a man's body.
Like a figure standing in the doorway.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That apartment was very, very dark. I mean, and I didn't really deal with my gifts at the time. The kids always complained about let me know how this comes out. It might be too pixelated. The kids always complained about being touched. I one night woke up with it would have been 2007 or 2008 words. I woke up with a boy standing over me, a little boy, maybe 14, 15 years old. He had a blue baseball hat on, and he had a baseball bat. I woke up to that. Juan would never go into that back room. Something scared him so bad. In my room, he would, when he was about 2 years old, he would not ever go over my threshold of the room. He would go to the door, but would never, ever go back into the room. Never would he go into the room. He was fine going into his room, and my boy saw the boy saw over there as well, over in that room, the boy with the baseball cap. And we lived by the train tracks. And I asked around, but they couldn't tell me if somebody had died over in that area. And it was a pretty rough area. You could probably ask Mike. He will probably know that area that's over there. It's off of Bush. It's all the way up in the hood.
Right.
I mean, we were literally in the hood. It was bad. It was really, really bad.
Some crazy stuff. Some crazy stuff happens. You know, they found a dead lady over there, and I was telling Mike, I was like, thank God we ain't go venture into that abandoned house, but it was an abandoned house over there. They found a dead lady in it.
No way.
Yeah.
And this particular place, we lived there for 8 years. And then I moved over to a bigger house with yard and everything. So we were there from about 2002 until about 2009. No, 2002 about 2008, because she was 2 over in the other house whenever I had the possession. It is still there, but it's closed down.
The house is still there, you said?
Yeah, it's still there, but it's closed down.
Oh, wow.
It's the city closed it down.
So what do they have it up? Just boarded up?
It's just boarded up. I even remember the address of the place.
Oh, wow.
That place scared me so bad. I'm trying to Lineball Avenue.
I'm sure
you
Mike
guys
knows where that's at. I'm not.
You know, yeah, I'm sure, because it's a pretty popular road. It's Lineball and Nebraska Avenue, back behind the store back there, right up towards the railroad tracks.
Okay. I have, let's see, I pulled this one up. So this picture right here.
Mm-hmm. That is my son on base. That's his arm right there. He was just sending me a picture being funny about how they were so cheap about making an exit sign. They did it out of cardboard because the electric sign had broken or something.
Oh, wow. And he didn't even realize he caught this.
He did not even realize that he had caught the apparition of, I want to say it's 1930s, 1940s, the Marine Gear, because this is a Marine base where he's at.
Mm-hmm.
He's in this is Camp Pendleton in California, and it's one of the box shacks where they watch out for people that are coming in and going out. And he had caught that, and he had absolutely no idea, but you can literally see, like, the gun, the rifle that's there. You can see his legs, his uniform, his attire. And this isn't what the guys wear now for their attire when they're just out and about on the base.
Right. Yeah, that's creepy. I saw that the first time you sent it to me. I was like, you can see that. You don't even have to circle it, and you can still see it there.
Yeah. I was like, I'm not even looking at you, kiddo. I'm looking at what's behind you. He's like, Ma, stop. I'm not ever sleeping again in there. I'm like, you're not supposed to be sleeping anyway.
I wonder if he has, if your son has a gift, you don't realize it or don't
He
want to use it.
he does, but he's just at that age where he don't want to admit it.
Right.
He does have the gift of gab. I'm not gonna lie to you on that.
It's probably scary to him.
No, he's been around it. Like I said, I opened up in 2012 is when I finally opened up
Hmm.
and accepted who I was. And the kids were still young when I opened up.
Hmm.
So they've really been around it a lot. It's all our houses we've been in has always been haunted. It's probably me that's haunted. Uh, always getting orbs and everything.
Right. So with this picture, you're gonna have to explain it a little bit because it is pixelated.
Yeah.
I,
So this is Christmas, and one of my other friends had actually taken a snapshot. I was up cooking, and she had taken a picture of my house. This is where I live at now. And she had taken a picture. And I got to looking at it, and I'm like, oh my God, I literally have the same type of picture with him in real life with a Tabasco shirt on. That's the red, literally looking just like this. You can see his face, his hair. He's got a red shirt on and his pants, and he's always standing guard right there at his sister's room. That is his sister's room right where he is standing. He's always standing guard right there. He's always protecting her.
I see something, but tell me, I could be wrong. What I see is just like a wall here.
Yeah,
Is
that's the wall
okay. So
right
this
there.
looks like somebody's peeking from behind the wall. Like there's that I see like a reddish
A red shirt,
type
his
color, and I can see like a darker maybe pants, like you said.
blue jeans. Yeah. And then you go up, you can see his face and his hair. He would wear his hair like spiked a little bit.
Short and spiked. Yeah.
Yep.
I see
You can
his
see
hair
his
right
hair
here in his face.
and his face. That is his face, his dimension, and everything else. This is like a flush wall.
Uh-huh.
This is a big, he actually used to wear this around. This is a big rosary, a really big rosary. And he actually used to wear this around his neck and stuff. I got a whole bunch of rosaries that are around it because he loved the rosary and the Virgin Mary.
Mm-hmm.
But so that's like hanging off of the smoke detector that I have up there. And her sister's room is literally right where he is standing. Right behind that wall is my daughter's room.
Mm. Wow. That's
And
crazy.
whenever he passed away, I mean, I'm probably going to get shot for this, but he bought him. Whenever he passed away, I buried him in his jeans. They were Findies. They were almost $700 pair of jeans.
Oh wow.
And they were his favorite pair of pants that he got. He worked for them very hard, and those look like he has his Cindy's on, and he's got a red shirt. And I don't know, I could probably pull up the picture of him wearing the red shirt. Let me see here real quick. Got me working tonight, Drina.
Sorry. Sometimes it's good to have a visual as well. So
Yeah.
I'm glad you're able to share your pictures. My kids don't have a gift. My kids don't entertain. I don't think they really entertain what we do at all. They used to. They used to entertain it. My kids don't. Dusty's kids, I think they do. I think your daughter has a gift as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, without a doubt.
I'm doing good, Carol. Miss CG says she can't see it. You gotta look, Miss CG. Okay, so
Go ahead, you can explain it while I'm looking.
this right here, this is a wall. This right here is his face. You can see his spiked hair. This is a shirt. It's like a reddish. You can see the separation in the colors, and then the pants. You see the line. You see pants down here, or a darker color, I would say. It's hard to me too when it's pixelated like that. Maybe if I bring it out, maybe you can see it a little bit better. But it looks like almost like he's peeking from behind this wall to me, is what it looks like. Let me see if I can find a quick picture of your son. How you're doing that might help you out.
I was looking for the one in red. I wonder, but you can search. Let me see, teddy bear birthday. Sometimes you can search that way too, and they just pull up all your pictures. Don't want to get him with that red shirt with a sister on his back. Let me see, it might be right here. Yeah, he don't have it on yet. Dang. Okay, we got a whole bunch here. I bet it's in this one.
I see a younger one with them with a red shirt.
He would have been, in the red shirt, he would have been, I think just turning 16 in the red shirt. It was a 16th or his 15th. No, I think the red shirt you're looking at he was a baby.
Yeah, they were little.
I just seen that. Yeah, I just saw that. There's a picture with Sissy, and she's mad at him, and he's standing in front of a door, and she's in the back giving him flack. It's a cute picture, but it reminds me so much of like what he's there doing standing. I know I got it.
She'll find it. If not,
It will come up whenever we don't want it.
right?
Oh, it's the birthday. Let's see. No, that's Christmas. Let me put Natalia. It comes up. It's still a young one there. Okay, kid, now you're hiding out on me. You're like, no, you can't show me. You're like, you're not going to find me today.
This is a pretty cool picture, though.
All right, it don't have to be a red shirt. Let me just get one of his good pictures so they can see how his hair looks.
Right.
All right. Yeah, go ahead and send you this one.
This picture here is a pretty neat picture, though.
Yeah, it is.
Let's see if I can.
This is a couple of days before he passed. Yes, he had just got that rosary tattoo on his arm for his birthday. His birthday was August 24th or October 24th, and he passed away 11/16.
This is a younger picture of him, but this is a pretty neat picture you have here.
I'm sorry, no CP.
That picture.
Yes, I call that kissed by an angel. That
What
is,
cemetery
he was
was that at?
15. Yeah. The boys were in, because we lived across from the graveyard that I was sending you to, that you found out all that information on that family,
Uh-huh.
the massacre.
Uh-huh.
You went into the well-maintained. This is the graveyard that sits in front of that that's not maintained. That's
Okay.
been desecrated.
Okay.
So this is where we were getting a lot of activity, and the boys were out just being silly, taking pictures and spooking themselves in the graveyard. And at the time, my teddy bear, I think that was a warning, because he started having problems with being suicidal. And I think that he was being kissed by an angel that night. And I've always held this picture very near to me.
Oh, wow. Wow.
But I think that they were warning me and warning him, whatever his plan is or whatever he's thinking, it's not worth it.
Right. Let me see if I can go back to the other one. So this is the picture of your son.
Yeah. A couple of days just before he passed.
Oh, wow. That was a couple days.
Yeah.
So he showed no signs. He showed no signs of illness.
No, he was just being a kid and was going to experiment. His first time ever. A choice without a chance. Instead of getting the drug, whatever he was getting, or the pill, whatever he was getting, whatever he was buying, I don't know. It ended up being pure fentanyl, a grain of salt.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there was absolutely no narcotics, no nothing in his system, absolutely nothing other than fentanyl. Just a grain of salt of fentanyl.
That's
Thank you, everybody. It is so important and imperative that we tell our children this age that are growing up, you can't experiment like we did as children. You can't. Our lives are so, you don't know what you're getting now. Even in marijuana, you don't know what you're getting.
Yeah.
When I spoke with a detective a couple of years ago, they said they were spiking that, the street marijuana. They were spiking that now with fentanyl as well too.
Yeah. That stuff is dangerous. I didn't even know like it could get on your skin and it can kill you. It's so like potent, I guess.
It's very potent. He was 4-time Narcan, 3 times he was Narcan, trying to bring him back. And I was on the phone with the doctor, and they called him at 8:26. He expired a.m. in the morning.
Oh, Dusty.
And they didn't find him until 7:30 in the morning. It was a school. Well, he was done with school, but the girlfriend had to go to school. And that's when they found him. But I had just spoken to him about 2:30 that morning. So in between that 4-hour window, I took my baby out.
Wow.
He went to sleep and didn't wake up. I'm so sorry, Eric.
Yeah, I know we had a huge epidemic for a while in this county with fentanyl, um, and they just kept finding people left and right deceased from it.
That morning, he was the 13th victim of fentanyl, of accidental. They say it was accidental overdose, but he was grandfathered in to the new law that had passed. He was actually grandfathered in. So the people that sold it to him, if they ever catch it, they actually still have his phone. This happened in 21, and the detectives still have his phone. They're still searching, I guess, to find out who sold him the stuff that killed him. Was it a pill? We don't know. We don't know.
Right.
We have absolutely no idea. But we know fentanyl is what took him.
Wow. Yeah, condolences. Condolences to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's horrible.
I'm so sorry, Eric.
Even yeah.
But I tried so hard to keep this baby alive. I mean, this was my baby. This was my mama's boy.
Keep sharing his story, keep sharing his pictures, and
And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm getting ready to go back to my YouTube channel and just talk, just be normal and talk with people with experiences and let them talk about their experiences and try to build a community of our children, of our loved ones that we have lost to fentanyl.
mm-hmm.
And try to share the word out, share stories, other people's stories as well. And just
Oh, wow.
go from there. My son was also an organ donor. They wouldn't use his organs because of the fentanyl.
Really?
Yeah.
Even because it was such a small grain.
Yep. How he had passed away. They wouldn't use his organs. But he is actually an organ donor. And they had asked me, and then the medical examiner called me and said they couldn't use his organs because of, one, he had been down too long, and two, because of the potential fentanyl poisoning.
Wow.
So he is one of them that didn't get a second chance.
That's sad.
Yeah, so that's what I thought about doing. I told my daughter today I really need to get up on YouTube and do some talking, don't I? She's like, just do it. And you just haven't got there yet.
You do. Don't let those people bully you off of YouTube. I haven't seen you on there in a while, but get around a group of people that have experienced something similar to you and your son. And yeah.
And of course the paranormal as well, the paranormal stories.
Yeah, definitely. Let it be a therapy for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Same Zoe. My boy was 19. He was only 19 for 3 weeks.
Oh.
3 weeks.
I'm so sorry. I'm gonna take him off the screen because I don't.
Crying.
Yeah, let me take him off the screen. I'm sorry, Dusty.
It's okay. It's maybe it will help somebody over here that has a young child or knows somebody that has a child around that age and say, you know what? It's not worth it.
Mm-hmm.
It's really not worth it.
No, it's not. No, it is not.
Yeah. I will, Hazel. Hello, words. And I suppose you're probably getting ready to go to bed. You want more stories? I mean, I can keep going.
I
Mr.
would, but I need to go to bed. I'm so tired tonight. But yeah, thank you for sharing. Thank y'all both for sharing words, and Dusty for coming through and sharing your pictures as well.
Thank you. It was a pleasure. I'm going to go ahead and drop down, and thank you for having me, and thank you for sharing Teddy Bear's story a little bit, and much love to you, and much love to Mike. He's left you, didn't bring you your juice.
Right, right. Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for the new people that came and joined as well. I appreciate you guys for showing support, and we appreciate y'all so much. So much. So I'm gonna, one of these days, I was thinking about getting like everybody's stories that they have shared with us so far on our lives, and like making a compilation type video of it. So I'm gonna do that hopefully soon. So y'all look out for that too. But I'm going to go to bed. Thank y'all for joining. Everybody have a good night, and y'all all be blessed. Thank y'all, guys. Bye.